because it's all about growth, really, you know? I mean, we get really stuck at times, and the biggest source of unhappiness is unfulfilled potential, you know? And I know this for experience, from personal experience. So this is something that is, for us, is vital to grow as a composer and as an artist in general. I just want to play you very quickly the very first song that got accepted on Audio Jungle. Now, this song was published on the 1st of May of 2014. I will never forget this day because it was the very first track that got accepted on this library. And it was my very first song ever on a royalty-free site. So it was a very special song. And funny enough, I called the song Make Your Dreams Happen, ironically. But the reason why I'm playing you this is so you can see that this song is not my best work. And back then, I guess this is the best that I can come up with, and it was just the very first submission that I did to Audio Jungle, and it got accepted, okay? And I was really happy about it. I was really happy with the fact that I was just in the actual library. I was really happy to have my very first track on Audio Jungle, and you know, I started a new path, a new dream, really, for me to just start building my portfolio. And this was the very first track. Now I'm showing you this so you can see the quality of this track. It's not the best, and you know, I wouldn't release music like this today. Obviously, I have gotten better. Thank God for that. You can only get better by doing things over and over again and improving. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you, my very first track, is that when we do stop music, we actually feel, if you're starting out, if you're a beginner, that you feel like, okay, maybe I should polish off my skills a little bit. Maybe I should do this, and maybe have 20 tracks under my belt before I even get started. And maybe I need this one plugin before I even join. Maybe I need more information before I can even get started, really. And we usually have this psychology, this mentality about things before we embark on new ventures and new ideas and a new path, really. I remember clearly doing my research when I just got started, and I came across all these libraries. I said, I have this track that I'm just working, and I composed this particular track to upload to Audio Jungle. That was the main goal. And when I first got it, and that it was past a review, the gatekeepers, and it got into my portfolio, I was really happy. And what happened after that is that I just keep on composing new music and keep uploading. And as soon as I started making sales, which was a year later, and after many rejections, I have told this story before, but as I am getting better with my craft, with my music, and all the production side of it, I'm making sales, and I'm starting to get some money. And I realized that, wow, okay, so you can actually start making music, producing music, upload it to your profile, to your portfolio, start making sales, and as I am getting better, I'm actually getting paid. So pretty much, you know, I'm earning as I grow as a composer. You know, and this is an eye-opener, and for me it was a revelation. It was like the best thing ever to say, you know what, we are never going to be ready, you know. And even to this day, I feel that I could be better than what I am today. That's the truth, you know. And you can see that companies and do this all the time. They release products into the marketplace. Obviously they go through some tests and things, but they release it nevertheless. And we see this with software as well. You know, they're available for us, for the public to just consume. And then they have updates, and they usually just fix it as they go along. Otherwise, nothing will ever get released, really. And the best thing to do is to just work with what you got, really focus on that, and nail it down as much as you can for where you are, and then release it into the world, and then carry on and move forward. Just push forward so you can build that momentum, because it will never be, you will never feel like it's gonna be 100% ready, because tomorrow is another day, and tomorrow you're gonna be better because you're gonna be working on your craft as you go along. So doing stock music, and composing music for stock libraries, what it has allowed me, and it can allow you to do the same thing, is that as you're growing as a composer, as a producer, you could start earning money and get better at it while you're at it. And eventually this is like a snowball effect that you feel passionate about your music, about your craft, and you're working on it. You finish your music composition, you upload it, and then you start getting some revenue. And then you repeat the process and say, like, I'm working on a new track now, you know? And obviously we are at the service of other people. Our music is going to be used by media people, by filmmakers, YouTubers, video editors and whatnot. And we always keep that in mind. But as a composer, we're growing. But in the meantime, we're releasing music into the world, and we're getting some revenue from that. And that's super important, because that's almost like it increases as well our self-worth in a way. It really helps us as composers. The reality of it, if you make music for stock libraries, we're just a one-man show, really. We're just working up by ourselves in the laptop with our headphones or whatnot in our spare time. And you know, it could be very like we're working in a vacuum. We're just like in this, we're like a lab, like a mad scientist in a lab. And you know, we need to get it out. That's the main thing. Get it out, do the best thing you can, okay? Do the very best work you can do and release that into the world, and just let it go and see how that performs out there, and go back to your craft. The next thing you know is that you're gonna start selling slowly but surely. And the more you do that process of like composition, release, and go back to your craft and work at it, as you're getting better, you're earning some cash, really, you know? And that's a wonderful thing. It doesn't hurt, because that's as well a validation for us as composers, as artists, that as we're getting better at our craft, we can get some money in the bank. That's the best deal here, okay? And we don't have to wait 5 years down the line when we really have mastered this thing, you know, because that time will come, you know. But in the meantime, what we have is enough. What you have already, it could be enough for you to just start making this small moves and all these small changes. So anyways, guys, thanks a lot for all the love and support. Thanks a lot for watching these videos. Share with me your experience on this topic. And you know, it's something that has always been in my mind. And still to this day, I still feel deep down inside that as I am growing as a composer and as an artist, I can still get paid. And I'm being blessed to be doing this for a full time. I do stock music as a full-time job, really. And I'm blessed that I can work on my craft, share my experience with you guys as well, because that's the reason why I do these videos, to inspire other people that want to do the same thing. And you know, and as I'm working on my craft and getting better, I can still get paid and grow as a composer. And that to me has been a wonderful path that I have taken 4 or 5 years ago, really. So I'm still on that path of getting better. I don't think that like that's it, I have arrived. I have gotten better over the years, and I'm still looking forward to see what is next for me, in terms of like how much better can I get, how much more music can I release, and how much more we can grow, because it's all about growth, really, you know. I mean, we get really stuck at times, and the biggest source of unhappiness is unfulfilled potential, you know. And I know this for experience, from personal experience. So this is something that is, for us, is vital to grow as a composer and as an artist in general. Anyways, guys, share with me what's your take on this topic in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Check the other videos I have concerning stock music. And as always, man, rock and roll, and here's to your success.